Damn, is there someone in here already? Well, chat. No one. Thumbs up. No one watching. That was weird. Hey everybody. We'll just let a few join in. But we're in here the garage today. Oh, got my arm stuck. Hand sanding the Marin. I'm doing an Eldridge grade. I've ordered in the Pine Mountain. I've had this Eldridge grade tucked away for a while. So I am... Hey Germany, how you doing over there? Yeah, hand sanding this down. I'm going to get this sprayed up next week with... Let's move that. Montana. Been listening to the comments. We've got 2 cans of Montana primer, 2 cans of the fluoro fire red for the forks and, well, the front end of the bike basically, and 2 cans of the grey, along with 2k clear. That is £60 worth of paint there, so fingers crossed it's enough, and fingers crossed it works. Ozzy reporting in. Looks like a nice... yeah, it's not a nice day. The clouds are over. It's windy. I'm good, thanks. Here. Yeah, just covered in dust and rubbish. Yeah, but the weather's all over the place at the moment. Like, I think I just saw in the comments it's going to be 21 degrees next week, and then apparently a few days later it's going to be snowing. I wish the sun was shining yesterday, and that's when I went to pick up the MS Racing. So when I picked up that yesterday, God, I love this bike. It's missing, obviously, I always get my tubes, seat tube, top tube decal. Oh, there's Torv. Hey Torv. There's Torvi. Oh, she's coming. Hey Torv. But yeah, this MS Racing. Mew. You okay? The supervisor is here. Yeah, she's been... Oh, I've just got dust all over her. She's been supervising all morning, haven't you? Just watching me in the wind. But anyway, yeah, bikes, Torvi, bikes, Torvi. MS Racing, glad I managed to find this. I did find one on Facebook. And the guy wanted £350 for it. Torvi, not in the garage, please. £350. It was the Comp XT version, which is the chromo. And apparently the price had bumped up from like 150 to 350 in 2 weeks, something like that. And anyway, Torvi, come on, thank you. Torvi, are you gonna walk off now? Yeah, the guy just stopped replying to me. I'd asked for some pictures, stopped replying to me, so I missed out on that one. There's a chap over on Instagram, Free Will Images, I believe. He's got that bike now. I randomly found that through Instagram stories. And now I've got this one. Yeah, the CR1. The Marin. Yeah, ish. I mean, it looked good from a distance. Like, it was a 6-foot bike. It looked good. But you've got all this sort of spidering underneath the Zolatone. Is that the original paintwork? So I'm hand sanding it all back. Not all the way down, well, down to bare metal in places, but hopefully not all the way. Just to key it up. And then spraying next week. Oh, what store are you hiding from? Ah, the dog. So yeah, that will be coming out hopefully next weekend. The Marin Montana spray, yeah. see how Montana goes. I've also got the, I don't even know where I put it. The Avanti. Oh, it's up there. John, who actually made the comment about that looking like a banana, a team banana. John actually sent me all his spare decals and spare paint because he's done a couple of banana bikes before. So that is going banana. The Avanti is going banana, and it kind of was a thing. Yeah, it kind of was a thing, the banana. There might have been some, very rare. I've heard rumours that it was it's promotional, that's the right word, promotional bike. And yeah, so expect a banana bike to come out. I do love the details on the marine. But anyway, what are you all up to today? Apart from tuning in Corby. Yeah. Inspector. Yeah, is anyone working on anything special lately? Any special bikes? Torvi's just still supervising. Cleaning the Ford Puma. Nice. To be fair, is it the old Ford Pumas? Ford Puma isn't a bad car, is it, Torv? No. I like it over my... Yeah, I mean, it was the wrong kind of patina on this frame for me personally, to lacquer over it and keep it, and the decals were all faded, and yeah, I want it to look fresh, and someone has already sprayed, like, I've got all the parts here for it. The forks had been spray painted black, the bar ends, I'm not sure if they were originally black, I presume they were because it seems like a powder coat on there. The bars, I don't believe they're original, but they were spray painted black because they are Zoom something 5, and they are aluminium, so someone had painted over the Zoom, and I'm just putting a flex stem on there and painting that. So this light will be going for fluoro red, but yeah, it wasn't the best condition, and especially with the painted fork and front end, I didn't really want to keep the original. Okay, kid. I do have 2 very special, I think, builds coming up this week. Not this week, what am I on about? This year. Yeah, 2 of the hit list are ticked off. One I'll probably release around May. Around, you know, a birthday build again. Government bike voucher, what, the £50? No. And yeah, the other one was probably going to be Christmas. But 2 of the hit list ticked off, along with the MS Racing. And this one's actually a Fisher AL1. Torvi. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, this one behind. Some of you might have been watching it on eBay or bidding against me, but I saw that fork on this bike, and that is a first generation RuckShock fork, the RS1. Didn't know anything about the frame, I wasn't really bothered to be honest to start with. Has an DX front derailleur, 400 LX running gear, and yeah, I wasn't quite sure what it was to start with, but looking at the stem, which gives us a clue, and some of the details around it, like the sort of riveted on cable guides all the way around, the nice welds, chunky, the step in there. Did a bit of research, and that is a Gary Fisher AL1 apparently, so I've got decals for it. I've got a DX group for it as well, so it's all going to be DX. And apart from the wheels, I need to find the wheels. And the frame is going to need to be polished up because the previous owner took off all the paint and it is just scratched up. I'm pretty sure this one's a 91-ish. The fork is, at least, the RS1 fork, and it has a 1¼ inch head tube, or headset, sorry. So it's a big old thing, but I reckon with a bit of cleaning, it's got some real nice welds on there. I gotta spend a lot of time wet sanding it all back, put the decals on, put the DX group on. So yeah, some of the parts came off as Specialized, and it will look a nice bike. Yeah, so this, I got so much to do, got so much to do. What was the chat saying then? I didn't even see live chat. Nothing going on with the bikes at the moment. Maybe we'll put a couple up for sale. Selling bikes? Whew. Yeah, I've got a couple I need to shift myself, just to make way, really. Oh, I picked up this weird thing as well. It's a Nash bar City Alpha 5000, sort of like the GT triple triangle kind of frame. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It was cheap. It was just something to have. But yeah, this is what's going on anyway. We're in next week. I think the paint, probably the build the week after, once I get everything cleaned up. I'm looking at doing a 60s racer as well that I've got tucked away, and get through all the mountain bikes. So there's a lot to do. Is there anything on your guys' hit list, bike-wise? What do you want to see? What do you want to build yourselves? I'm probably going to also try and build a single speed at some point. A nice single speed, just see how it goes on. But yeah, tool wall. Actually, is there any like tool videos? I don't know if that's a thing that you might want to see. There is a fair amount of tools on there. Redline BMX, nice. Are they the... I'm not too... What's the word? Hey, Bike, it's here. That was a nice build yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, by the way. Shimano 600 tricolour. Love that group. And the frame turned out really nice as well, actually. What was it, 531 or 531C? Yeah, it was a really nice build. Looked real clean. Is it a selling bike, that? Because it was too small, I suppose. But Shimano 600 tricolour is definitely one of the best groups out there, I think. What we got? Oh yeah, the Redline BMX. Yeah, I'm not too clued up on BMXs, so in my head that is like a chrome one, is it? Yeah, David. Rebuilding the daughter's mountain bike that she's wrecked. What's happened to it? I know yesterday I had to be called out by my sister to be like, can you come and have a look at so-and-so's bike? Got there and somehow it didn't have any wheel nuts on it. The front wheel had fallen off and there was no wheel nuts in sight, and the handlebars had tipped forward. 1990 Rockupper Sport, going to go for a different colour than standard. Nice. What colour are we going for? Rockupper Sport, 1990. So is that going to be an LX group set? Mountain LX? LX, Dior LX? Was it a 400? I can never remember. GT Karakoram. SM6. Oh, 1995 SM600. Nice. Yeah, the old Cannondales are quite nice as well. I've got the single speed that I was talking about. I've got an M900 from, I think, 94 tucked away. Purple, big headset, like 1.25 inch again. But they're really nice bikes. Like, I should probably have a few more of them if I can find them. Oh, cool. Good luck with the sale then of the Shimano 600 Masterpiece there. No, that was real nice. Actually, guys, if you haven't seen Andy's build there, go over to Bike It and have a look. Oh, geez. Mau buat pada apa mas? I don't process. I know I'm learning Spanish and can speak a couple of other languages, but I don't recognize. All I recognize is mass on that. The twin top tube version. Oh, okay. Ooh, painting it neon pink to a black fade. Yeah, that's nice. I think you just can't go wrong with neon pink. I think neon pink. Yeah, I think you can't go wrong with it. So yeah, the neon pink to a black fade should look awesome. Are you on Instagram? I would like to keep an eye on that actually. If you're on Instagram. Hey Russia. The only Russian I know is Spasibo. Is it Spasibo? Thanks. Spasibo. Is it a good idea to buy a banana bike for £40? Yeah. I mean, the basic steel, what is it? 1823. I think they're dime a dozen really, that basic steel. If it's a 531C bike for £40, you've got an absolute steal there. But yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with a banana bike for £40, especially if it's in decent condition. XH 400, yeah, there we go. I was trying to stack it up in my head because I know I did the 89 and that had the Mountain LX. Cool. I'll have a look. A white welly magnet fishing. Oh, magnet fishing. I didn't even read the username then. Magnet fishing. I've randomly watched a bunch of magnet fishing videos for some reason. It's just interesting what you can pull up from lakes, canals, rivers. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, Andy. So having obviously I work full time as well. So this is just done in the weekends and the evening. So I feel like I'm working 7 days a week at the moment. But yeah, everything is stacking up. I've got a whole list. I've got a huge list. Yeah, we're on socials. Favorite group set, favorite mountain bike group set. Okay, it's either gonna be wow. I've just got an XTR M900 group set, the first XTR, and that group is, I think, really well built, really nice. The hubs spin so smooth, but on the scale of, like the average bike, I really love the DRLX, the black DRLX, the M560. I love that group set. It looks so nice. It's on my 93 KHS. It's on the Proflex, the 753, which I'm doing. That's another one to get done. But then I also love the slightly older MT60 or the Dior DX from that year, because they have the it's gonna be in, no, not that one. Oh, that's just, yeah, there we go. Thummies with this sort of style rear, like that carried over into the DX. What is this, an MT62? Yeah, MT62. So that's a really nice group as well. See you later, Andy. Have a good day. Whoops. Where's back to the chat? Yeah, M900. I got a good deal on it. I managed to find a really good deal from Italy. I did have to pay an extra £100 because, you know, we now have to pay VAT from Europe. Thanks Brexit for that. But yeah, it was a really good deal. Silver DX with XD thumb is perfect group. Oh, what about this? Yeah, the Suntour XC is a really nice. I'm trying to piece together the Suntour XC Pro for the Schwinn, which is tucked away at the back there, just there. That's got the XT on it, but I'd love to put it back to the XC Pro. Mark 1, no way. Cool. Yeah, I'm amazed. Like some of the stuff that I see being dragged up from canals, the rivers and lakes. Like I know again, it's another random thing that I follow, but World War II History Hunter, over in Germany. I watched some of his videos, and just the amount of relics that you can pull out of lakes. Still, he does a lot of magnet fishing in, old lakes around. Probably military installations, old military installations, and pulling out helmets, machine gun belts, machine gun rounds, artillery rounds. Yeah, it's amazing. Haley, France, yeah. Next projects are an Eddie Merckx with Shimano 690s Diamondback gravel. Cool, the Merckx should look awesome. What colour's the Merckx? For some reason, I always in my head have them as orange and blue. Hey Torv, you're back. Torv, please. Luigi, hey, how's Italy? Currently working on a 40 Freos, a bicycle from my city Turin. Rebuilding pedals, but the spindles are too far gone. Yeah, I've found that as well. Like when you hey Torv, when the spindles are just got that wear mark, there's nothing much you can do. A Sterling submachine gun, jeez. Yeah, see, this is the thing, like all the relics that get chucked in the waters and no one knows about. See, I don't mind Torvi coming in the front of the garage, but it's just when she starts trying to, yeah, trying to sneak down the back. I've locked her in here once before. Just once. She snuck in when I got home from work, and it was pitch black. And yeah, she snuck in, didn't mutter a word, and I locked the garage up, and then a couple of hours later, I came out to find her because she hadn't turned up for dinner, and I heard her meowing from the garage. So she's allowed in the front. Yeah, aren't you? But not in the back. Cool. Good luck with the build then, Lee. Again, if you're on Insta or anything, then let me know, because I completely sometimes I forget who I'm following, who I'm not following, and I'll keep an eye on there. Old Peugeot mountain bikes worth saving. We find a fair few old races and mountain bike. Yeah, I mean, there is a market for the Peugeots. Why not? What have I had? I mean, I've done the sort of hybrid that they did, the Concept 18 before. I feel like I've had another, but oh yeah, no, I found the it was a 531 frame, and it had the Dior XT group set on it from 1988. Cannot remember what it was called though. But the problem with that one was it was a 25-inch frame, I believe. So I just stole the group off it, and the group is tucked away waiting for me to find a 88 bike in my size. So yeah, Peugeot bikes. I judge stuff now on group sets and frame sets. So yeah, good group. They're always selling. Peugeot bikes always sell, but they can have some really nice ones as well. Been looking for an old 90s for a while. Yeah, GT is, well, I do have a GT on my hit list. So if I find that will be one to look out for, certainly. A nice old GT. But seeing it's on my hit list, it has to be one of the top spec ones. Emmanuel, is that a buffering logo? I can't. If only I were a few inches taller, then I could rock a very cool looking one. Triple triangle. I mean, yeah, but this one's a big old frame. Big frame. I don't know what to do with it. Like, it's not too bad as it is. It's just got random parts on Diacompi, SR. I was going to see if Switch, you know, like the electric bike conversion company, I was going to see if Switch... I'm probably going to reach out to them as well anyway, just to see. But yeah, see if Spray.Bike can sponsor a video maybe. Turn this bike into an electric converted commuter. There's an idea. Maybe upgrade the group set as well at the same time, and definitely the bars and stem. But I won't paint it. I really want to paint this like 90s design, with all the shapes and the fluoro pattern. Yeah, that's what I want to do with that. Yeah, I think I'm, well, fingers crossed. If I reach out to Switch and see what they say, they can only say no, can't they? Well, the worst they can say is no. I redid a GT once. Nice bikes. Yeah, GT have always been... It's always a bike I see around, but some of the paint jobs I'm just not too keen on. But yeah, there are bikes in their range which I think are really nice, really desirable bikes. By the way, yeah, if you do have any bike builds, you can tag me in them on Instagram if you want. I'm always looking for more to follow and have a look through. I know some people send me them, and some of them look awesome, by the way. Ugh. Yeah, I need to get on with finishing this today. I've got plenty of time left. What time is it now? 12:30. Yeah, I've almost finished rubbing it down. But if I can get this rubbed down today, I'll take it to work with me tomorrow, get it all sprayed up, and we'll have a nice looking Marin. Everything's going to be polished up. This one's got a mix of 1990 Dior LX and Dior DX. And it had pretty much all the original. It did have all the original gear on it. It was just the painted fork. Ah, the Marin, so nice. What did you guys think of the string method on the Scott, by the way? Because I know that was a bit sort of Marmite build. But yeah, I've been wanting to experiment with a bit more styles, little tips and tricks. The fade is obviously fairly easy to do. The splatter's easy to do. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it was a bit of an odd one. I did want to get more of a fade on it though. It has actually got two types of paint on it, but they were too similar. They didn't. You can see it. No, you can't really see it on the phone here. I can see it in person. There is a very light fade, but it needed two completely different paints. Oh yeah, it is. It is it's a powdery finish, 100%. I know. Yeah, I do like it because it's an easy to use product. In terms of the spraying, like, you're very, very unlikely to get any runs or drips. But yeah, the powder that comes off it is intense. That's why I'm going to try the Montana paint to see how that goes. I've also had powder with Halfords. I've also had the Halfords fluoro there. That goes really powdery as well. But yeah, if you're going to use Spray.Bike, be prepared for a cleanup. Of course, it happens with all paints. Like even the wet paint that I used, I had overspray. Yeah, it was Halfords wet. I had overspray and had to clean that up from the floor. But it was just a thing walking in the morning when I was spraying that one. Walking into the morning in work and just seeing like a sea of pink all over the floor, like all down the building was pink, where it just drifted through the air. So that took a lot of cleaning up. So yeah, I'm not gonna knock it, but I'm not gonna praise it like 100%. Like it's an okay paint. Live chat. Are you sure about Torvi? From the strut, I would have assumed she was he. Definitely a she. Definitely a she. Yeah. I don't know where she's gone now, actually. But she'll be wanting snacks in a bit, that's for sure. Always after snacks. Very food orientated. I'm surprised she's actually come out with me today because it's been windy and rainy and horrible. Yeah, I've seen ETOE. I've literally just read it and I got it wrong. Ito. I have seen people recommend his videos and say he uses Montana, so that's why this one is going Montana. Yeah, so we'll give it a go, see how it goes. E-Tech primer, no, I've literally just used Spray.Bike primer for those builds, and then I used the Halfords primer for the bomber. I haven't used any E-Tech. Was it E-Tech? God, my mind is all over the place. etch, yeah. Yeah. You got Action stores in the UK? No, I don't think so. I've never heard of a store called Actions anyway. Good cheap paint, €3 a can. Yeah, paint's expensive. Like acid. Yeah, I haven't used any sort of that etch paint at all just yet. But there's still lots to experiment with, lots to try. And that's why I like to do these builds. That's why I like to put it out there. Like I kind of just like to experiment on stuff. Experiment with different colours, techniques. So I've got to try and think of some more. I want to try the sort of sticker layering, stenciling thing. Maybe some more techniques with pinstriping. Pinstriping tape, that was the word I was looking for. Maybe with pinstriping tape, see what I can get. Yeah. Spray.Bike frame. I mean, who was that? Was that Ross? Yeah, Ross. Yeah, I mean, that 4 cans there, not 4, I can't even count. 8 cans of Montana, like, was £60. 66 probably with delivery. And it's, I always think that the spraying, like from cans, it will never quite have that durable finish of a baked unfinished. But when you look at professional jobs, you're talking, well, I spoke to Bristol Bike Restorations, who are doing a bike for me at the moment, a rock up comp, and his standard prices are pretty much from, I believe, 250 upwards. It depends on how oh no, it's more than 250 actually. I think it's actually from like 300, 350 upwards, because there's a lot of work involved in it. But you do get that solid finish and the glass clear. Oh, it should look so good. Yeah. See, the problem is at the moment I do my spraying after hours at work, so I can kind of get away with using spray cans, but if I start taking in extra equipment like tins of paint, I suppose tins of paint aren't much different to spray cans, but extra equipment, then it might get a bit awkward, you know. It's taking in, I've got compressors there, but then if I take in filters for the airlines to get out the water, and then the guns and everything and all the cleaners, so the compressor isn't a problem, but yeah. Halford Cell Montana, I did not know that. Yeah, I did not know that. I have a very rare Rally Randonneur 1986 project. Rare as in no spoke holder. No spoke holder. What, on the chainstays? No. Do you know the name, pronunciation of the great anti-scratch paint that Marin use? I've got a palisades building. It's Zola something, whether it's Zolatol or Zolatin, I can never remember, but yeah, Zola something. Zolatone? Can you get decals that will take the surface? Yeah, I believe so. Like, the decals aren't, this surface isn't too, it's not too bumpy, so I'm pretty sure they will stick to it. I know Mike, aka the Marin Man, did a powder coat, a texture. Was it a powder coat actually? I think it was a textured powder coat, and he had problems with the decals on that one, but that did look fairly textured. But you'll have to check him out. I think he's mainly on Instagram, does have a couple of YouTube videos. Did I say Halfords? Oh, sorry. Hobbycraft. Did I say Halford? Oh, wow. If I said Halfords, then sorry. Yeah. I haven't been in Hobbycraft in ages. Ever tried water slide decals instead of vinyl? On Airfix kits, yes. Back in the day. Not on a bike just yet. I don't think so anyway. No, not on a bike just yet. I know H. Lloyd Cycles, some of their decals are water slide. Maybe if I come across them, but they shouldn't be too. They'll be easier to place, I reckon. Yep, no spoke holder on the chainstays. Can't find anything about it on the web. Prototype. I don't know. I didn't know bikes. To be honest, I didn't know bikes came with a spoke holder on the chainstay until I had the 1987 Scott, which yes is still tucked away. So yeah, I don't know, but there are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of rally catalogues out there. I don't know if Retro Bike will go back that far, especially not with a randonneur, but Veteran Cycle Club, they have so many catalogues, brochures, however you want to call them, from rally over the years, and there might be one in there that you can eye up, but now you do have to sign up to Zolatone. It is Zolatone then, okay. Yeah, I could never remember the last part, if it was Zolatol or Zolatone. But yeah, it's not too textured, so I think replacement decal should go on top just fine. I mean, it's not been too tough to stand off either. I haven't put too much effort in. I've just got the fine areas to do around here. But I have spent the morning on this, sanding it down. I am looking for the FRS. I would really, 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 really love a FRS. The front rear suspension. I believe they did one in the Pine FRS, which was about 93. Or what was the other one? I think it was just the FRS. Could have been a Team FRS. But yeah, one of those would be awesome to have. Sit alongside the Mongoose. Thanks, Roger. Was that as I? Yeah, Jay, that was this is a 1990 Eldridge, and they did have the Zolatone on there. Just a very, mine at least was only a very, 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 very fine texture on there. The Pine Mountain also had it on, I do believe. Yeah, the early ones did anyway. But my knowledge of Marin is kind of limited to sort of what I've got here, what I've done, and maybe a little bit extra. Frame number is weird. It's 19586 and yeah. Yeah, I bought it off Steve, I think, that originally bought it off Martin. And I think actually Martin found it on Facebook. Like, you found it on the page. I don't know if he is here right now, if he's watching the videos now, but he's definitely seen it, definitely seen how it's come out, and told me a few bits of its history, showed it how it looked with him. So yeah, it's a really nice bike, really nice. When the sun comes, when the warmth comes, when it starts to get drier, I might take it out and get some footage with it. But I do want to, where is it? It's at the back there. I do want to refurbish that fork first and put that fork on it. It is an AMP, exactly the same model, but I do want to refurbish that and put it on because it hasn't got that butchered steerer. And yeah, this is the shock collection that's going at the moment. This is one that's coming out hopefully soon. It is a 1991, 2 maybe. Scott Unishock or Unishocks Clark Kent. These are notoriously bad for seizing. And as far as I know, no one has really got them apart once they've seized. Even some new old stock ones on eBay at the moment, which are apparently seized. These ones I used some of the equipment at work to pull them apart, and it took about 500 kilos of force to pull them apart. Like, it was ridiculous, but I did get them apart. The elastomers in the bottom, elastomers were melted, and that was probably what was gluing them together, but they're also just not that good. But I've got them. The RockShox Quadra off the 753, that's coming along. The Marzocchi, they don't actually need a service, neither do the Shock Tech. The AMP at the back, and I've got a Manitou Magnum as well. Chat. Oh, interesting. I'm pretty sure he told me himself that he didn't actually cut that steerer. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I've got a spare fork anyway, so I'll get that on. But yeah, that was an interesting cut. Have you ever given up restoring a bike? No, have I? One, yes. I was going to be doing a 1930s rally, or was it earlier? I was going to be doing that, but see, I tried a method of removing the bottom bracket that I'd seen, because it was seized in there, the drive side. Followed the instructions and it ended up destroying the threads on the non-drive side, like absolutely ruining them. So that frame was pretty much rendered useless. Yeah, so unfortunately that frame was only a cheap frame. It was battered. Yeah, but it's now in one of my parents' gardens as a bit of garden furniture. And the only other builds I think I've given up on or not followed through with fully is the ladies' bikes. For me personally, there's not much. It's not worth the time and investment in an old ladies' bike to restore it. There's not as much value in them, so I've stopped buying them. Like, I just do not buy a ladies' bike anymore. Yeah. No, it's all right. Like, I'll always try and be honest with everything. Maybe why I've got no sponsors, but yeah, I'll always try and say stuff how it is. If stuff goes wrong, it goes wrong. You've seen that on the videos before. I'm not one to really hide that stuff. And if I do make mistakes, because people have seen that on videos before. Like, I'm still obviously amateurish. I've got all this gear, but I still make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. It happens. As long as you can learn from it, then everyone's good. This will look good. But yeah, is there anything else that you want to know? Because this is coming up to, well, it is 50 minutes now. So maybe if it goes on for another 9 minutes and then I end it. But yeah, if you want to ask any questions for the last 9 minutes or anything about upcoming builds, you know, I have no idea what that says. Oops. I will actually, for any Spanish speakers, be doing a bit of a Spanish video because I need to improve that. I can understand a little bit. Reading it is getting easier. Replying is still hard. What was I going to say then? I was going to say something. Oh, the 30s rally that's tucked away at the back there. The kind of like, you know, oily rag restoration. Because I'm running out of space and that bike honestly doesn't really owe me anything. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the rally. Because it doesn't really owe me anything, and I was pretty much given it. I'd still paid for it, but I was pretty much given it. I'm thinking of actually putting it in a museum somewhere. I'm going to try and find the right museum and donate it to them. I know there's the bike museum in Wales, Transport Museum in Coventry, and I think Rally might have a museum up in Nottingham. I'm going to try and find the right one and see if they want to take it on. And yeah, it can live up there. Because at the moment it's just sitting in the back of the garage. And it's a really nice bike. And I honestly ride the mountain bikes more. So yeah, this one might be viewable in a museum sometime soon, maybe. Once obviously everyone is opened up. I'm going to contact a few people and see what they say. There was something about the 20 then, the BSA. The lightweight Rally 20. Yeah, God. Yeah, like I say, I got distracted by a lot of stuff. 20's obviously literally right there. I am going to look at the options for the bottom bracket. Well, it's mainly the bottom bracket on this that is annoying me, because it is a 77 mil, and it's 26 threads per inch, so I can't use a threadless. And there's nothing sort of modern equivalents to go in there because it is so wide, and it's 26 threads per inch. So I'm probably gonna give it a go, and some people will see it as butchering it. I'm gonna describe it as finally engineering the bottom bracket down to a smaller size. Because the bomber was the same, the custom bomber. I did manage to get a 73 mil axle to sort of work with it, so I could do the same there. I don't know. I just kind of want to. I kind of want to tinker with it and engineer it down to a better size. And I have seen Sheldon's Rally 20 page. Yeah, I've seen that. There's a lot of info on that page. But yeah, unfortunately, it just still stands that there is no modern equivalent bottom bracket to go with it. I could find equivalent seat post sizes. I could find, put a new fork on there so it's a modern one. I'll have to try and look at brake options because I don't really want to use the long reach calipers. So I'll try and look at a cantilever option for the rear, maybe. Hey, maybe if this lockdown and all the travel restrictions end, I can take the BSA over to Idel in Ireland, and she can braze me on some cantilever mounts for it. Maybe. Time is 12:53, 12:54, and I am 81 beats per minute apparently. No. Where was that? Lee. Lee, converted one of your old mountain bikes to a gravel bike, drop bar, mullet drivetrain. No, not yet. I thought, for some reason, at the time, the Concept 18 that I had was a mountain bike, but it was a hybrid because it had 700C wheels to start with. So that went to a drop bar, but that was still using a 3x drivetrain. I haven't done anything yet, but it is a plan. Like, I want to do the Cannondale that I've got, the M900, the M900. I want to build that up as a modern single speed to start with, just to really see what it's like, because I know people ride single speeds, and then it will probably go to a drop bar with maybe a 2x on it. Can I get something machine to fit? Maybe. The problem is the threading, I think. 26 threads per inch. The tooling for it isn't available anymore. I know you can cut threads on a lathe, obviously, but my lathe knowledge is very much beginner, and yeah, I don't know. Ooh. 1 minute, 1.5 minutes left, I reckon, and then I'm going to carry on with this. Currently converting the 1996 Orange. Yeah, I reckon it will be like I've wanted to do the drop bar gravel retro mountain bike since I saw there was a random documentary I saw on YouTube, and it was about a endurance mountain bike race from, I want to say, the Canadian border, and it ran down basically the spine of the United States all the way to the Mexican border. I cannot remember for the life of me what that race is called, but yeah, ever since I saw that and people were riding the drop bar mountain bikes, I've kind of been like, I need to build one at some point. So yeah, good luck with the orange build anyway. 1x9 as well. What sort of range have you got on that 1x9? Is it going to be a fairly limited range. Yeah, I mean, I could rethread the bottom bracket myself, Stuart. I do have, where is it? Yeah, but there. I do have the, it's only a cheap one, but I do have the kit for it. Well, to chase the threads, but it shouldn't be too hard to, you know, rework a 26 thread per inch to a 24. It's not going to be too hard, but anyway, yeah, guys, we've gone over the hour mark now. It's been nice talking to you all. Thanks for tuning in from all around the world and saying hello to Torvi when she made an appearance. But I'm going to call it a day here. I'm going to carry on getting this Marin all sanded down so I can get painted up next week and give my sort of honest review of the Montana paint with the 2K clear after a bunch of you recommended it. So yeah, I'll see you later and have a nice day. Adios.